It's early May, and after all the rain, the sun has finally come, and all the vegetation's growing. And the first damselflies are out, as usual, banded demoiselles. See if I can get this one. No, it's blown off. There's a lot of small red damselflies out as well. But most of this has grown in probably the last week, fortnight. Cow parsley, that's the white flower. Always the first of the umbellifers to flower. A couple of butterflies about as well, a tortoiseshell. You hear a wren singing. There's a few chiff-chaffs and blue tits. I'm listening out to see if the whitethroats are back. Alright, let's see if I can get a closer look at the banded agron, banded demoiselle. Trouble is using my iPhone trying to find it. Ah, there we are. So that's the male. Electric blue. See-through, oh there it goes, see-through wings but with a black band across it. They're more showy, more easy to see. The females, as is often the way, are a little bit drabber. Still iridescent, but they're green instead of blue, so they almost look like two different species. Right, there's one. Can I zoom in? Oh no, that's another male. They really are everywhere today. Later in the season there will just be clouds of them. At the moment I'm counting them in their tens. Later in the seasons we'll be hitting 400 or 500 just along this stretch. You can see how they all dance out the way as I walk. Right, here we are. I've got the female. So green. She blends in with the grasses amazingly. So she tends to hide more in the grasses and camouflaged away. She's more important because she's carrying all the eggs. The males, they sit prominently, bold and bright. They fight off other males, a show of prowess, and then she'll come out and pick a mate. Now here's the other species that's out today. This is the small red damselfly. This is the largest number I've seen them out in one day. They're much daintier than the banded demoiselles. With a nice coppery red abdomen and black tails. The warm weather over the last couple of days has obviously really just tipped them onto overdrive. I think that's a whitethroat I can hear in some of those trees over there. I'll have a look when I get over there. It's that scratchy sound. scratchy call. It's about the time they should be getting here. They migrate to Africa in the winter. I've just spotted a mayfly. It's a bit awkward. It's there, just under the leaf. You can see a white, well, see-through wings, black spots, and it's got this very long tail. Quite a few of those out today. Alright, I'm not going to show this in context of where it is. But up there, you see that lump in between the two branches of the tree is a nest. And for the last couple of weeks I've been watching it, and there's been a buzzard frequenting it. I was hoping we might have a buzzard's nest there. Now, the trouble with buzzards is, if you want to find a buzzard's nest, is that they make more than one nest within their territory, but will only ever lay in one. So this just could be one that they've built and decided not to. But I'll definitely be keeping an eye on this over the next couple of weeks to see if anything comes from it. A little bit of field craft for you. So, bit of a muddy patch, it's dried out a bit, so these are probably relatively, perhaps a few days old, but we've got here, got some footprints. Two grooves, evenly spaced apart. Relatively large, and the next one about what, half a metre away, perhaps a little less. Spacing and size suggests these are roe deer. Right, here we have the other species of print that I wanted to show you. So this is muntjac, a little bit smaller. They're not parallel, they sort of point in, fatter at the edge, thinner towards the tip. And I think shows it a bit better. And they're a lot smaller deer. I see them a lot less than I see the red deer, roe deer. Right, I was right. The first white-throat is here. It's on that pylon. Oh, he's a long way off from this, isn't he? I'll see if I can get closer. Oh, he's moved into that May blossom, blackthorn. Huge cloud of blossom. I'll see when I get back onto the path where I get any closer. So this is a good example of how the plants are adapted to the different conditions. You can see definite changes in the way that they are growing. So you've got a huge patch of dock, which is this lowland patch is always underwater, and you can see the old riverbed clearly here with the reeds and the buttercups, because this is damp all year round. The shrubbier parts here are meadowsweet, slightly less grasses, as you can see, and you can look, if you look all the way down, you can see the course of the old river lined by these reeds and these buttercup. Then it gives way to the grasses, And at the edges you've got the nettles and the cow parsley. There's a whitethroat just in these stand of cow parsley. Oh, there's one. Yeah, just flew out. There we are. Make a range of sounds. This is nice to see. These are my wild honeybees, feral honeybees. They've been nesting in this tree, which is full of woodpecker holes for several years now, and I thought the cold winter this year had killed the colony off. But it looks like they've moved to a lower hole, and there they are, coming and going. Lovely. I really did think they'd gone. Right, here we have a much better view of a mayfly. It's a bit windy, so focus is coming in and out. You can see the patterns on the wings and the long tail. You can work out the different species by how many tails they have, the pattern on the wing, and the coloration of the abdomen. Oh, it's Ephemera or Danica. Fortunately, I'm not good enough to tell you off the cuff what this is. They're quite striking little insects.